NFPA 285. A brief overview of the test method and how it affects your commercial construction design. The featured product in this NFPA 285 wall assembly is EXOAIR 111 self-adhered air and vapor barrier membrane. EXOAIR 111 provides product stability for temperature extremes from 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 240 degrees Fahrenheit. It has achieved independent UL certification for NFPA 285 and is uniquely formulated for primerless installation and UV resistance. EXOAIR 111 is manufactured with a uniform 24 mm thickness and a metallized facer, providing low heat absorption. NFPA 285 is a flame spread test for a fully constructed two-story wall assembly. The test assembly is exposed to standardized fire conditions to determine if a combination of wall components present a risk for flame spread on the exterior of a building. NFPA 285 has been conditionally required for exterior walls with combustible water-resistive barriers since the 2012 International Building Code was published. There are combinations of wall components that make every wall assembly unique. During evaluation, careful consideration must be given to each element within the wall structure, such as the structural build, the air barrier membrane, type of insulation, exterior cladding, etc. This wall assembly combines a steel stud structural wall unit with Tremco EXOAIR 111 air and vapor barrier membrane, continuous polyiso-cyanurate insulation, and aluminum composite panel facade. The wall assembly was tested at Underwriters Laboratories, Incorporated. The process begins with the construction of the wall assembly. The base structural wall includes 4 inch-long 16-gauge steel studs spaced every 16 inches on center, with 1/2 inch thick interior gypsum wallboard and 5/8 thick exterior gypsum sheathing fastened to the steel stud structure according to the manufacturer's installation instructions. The next step involves detailing. In commercial construction, it is best practice to detail all board joints and fasteners prior to installation of the air barrier membrane. For this wall assembly test, all detail work is completed with Tremco's Dimonic 100 single-component polyurethane sealant. After detailing is complete, the air barrier membrane must be applied to the wall buck according to the manufacturer's application instructions. Tremco's EXOAIR 111 air barrier membrane is primerless, meaning it can be directly applied to the substrate, saving time and labor. Prior to application, it's important to cover the rough openings near the window-to-wall connection. Apply the approved air barrier membrane according to the manufacturer's application instructions. Please note that NFPA 285 does not account for, and the building code does not require testing for, fenestration products, such as window flashing materials. At Tremco, our focus is on providing documented system performance for the entire building enclosure, from below grade to roof, including transitions. For this test, Tremco incorporated EXOAIR Flex and EXOAIR Duo, 2 accessory items that ensure a fully sealed air barrier system when connected to the window perimeter. The testing process continues with the installation of 2 inches of aluminum foil-faced polyiso-cyanurate and metal hat channel system according to the product's application instructions. This construction assembly provides continuous insulation as required by the International Building Code. Prior to testing, thermocouples are placed throughout the wall assembly to monitor temperature fluctuations during fire exposure. The thermocouples have individual set limits that cannot be exceeded during the test. Metal panels are anchored to complete the wall assembly. Once the test wall assembly construction is complete, the fire source is moved into position and ignited. The fire will be supplied to the wall for a period of 30 minutes. During this time, none of the preset temperature limits can be exceeded throughout the wall assembly. Once the 30-minute time limit is met, the fire source is removed and the self-extinguishing characteristics of the wall assembly are observed for an additional 10 minutes. After the wall assembly has cooled to a safe point of handling, it's deconstructed and the extent of fire damage is recorded and analyzed. After removal and analysis, the test results show that EXOAIR 111 protected the entire exterior sheathing, leaving it untouched and appearing as though it had never been tested. There are a variety of materials and wall assemblies that meet NFPA 285. This side-by-side photo comparison exhibits assemblies that have passed and failed the rigorous testing process. Some assemblies require the installation of mineral wool around the window rough opening due to the flammable nature of the other materials in the wall cavity. In order to meet the NFPA 285 requirement, a wall assembly must contain test-approved products or be reviewed by a qualified engineer familiar with the fire characteristics of building materials. Products have to be evaluated in a variety of NFPA 285 assemblies before a valid engineering judgment can be made. Tremco has multiple tested assemblies listed with Underwriters Laboratories Incorporated that meet the requirements of ASHRAE 90.1 as well as NFPA 285. This makes it easy to identify what system components were tested and evaluated. To access Tremco UL-listed NFPA 285 assemblies, visit www.tremcosealants.com. Click on Technical Resources on the right side of the toolbar and scroll down to Technical Bulletins. Locate the ASHRAE 90.1 and NFPA 285 defining and specifying to meet IEEC and IBC bulletin. Click on the UL listings for Tremco underlined and highlighted in blue. The online UL certifications directory will appear. Type in Tremco and FWFO for the UL category code and then click on Search. The listing of Tremco NFPA 285 assemblies will appear. Click on FWFO.EWS0011 to pull up the EXOAIR 111 NFPA 285 assembly, which contains a detailed listing of the components used. When specifying an air barrier system, be sure to confirm with the manufacturer that the product components within the wall assembly have been tested in accordance with NFPA 285. This will help validate your decision. For more information, visit www.tremcosealants.com or call 866-209-2404.